Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. What's showing up, lighting you up, turning you on, and illuminating the miracles in your juicy, juicy, juicy life, right? You're like, what is it showing up for you? So it's been fun. I've had about 4 months of some travel and seminars and classes and sessions and things like that. Now I'm kind of back here in South Scottsdale. So a lot of beautiful things have been conspiring in my beautiful field. And so there's been a lot of love. I just have to say, in these last, maybe even this whole year, the year of 2022, that there's been so much love, so much powerful compassion and goodness and intelligence and wisdom and all these other words that I could even come to. But I really feel like with the 2022 energies through the people that we meet and the people that we love, the people that some have already gone, is that we just acknowledge that that sense of love is really kind of the forerunner for this year. And I think from that 2022 energy, with all the love that's around us, I think that's going to be taking us into that beautiful energy of 2023. So there's just so much goodness, and it's been a while that I've really kind of gone into these kind of more of these senses of being more self-aware and also just acknowledging the beauty of family, the beauty of my children, the spouses of my children, the spouses of my grandchildren, my grandchildren, So there's just a lot of love that is really, really showing up for me right now. And so with you, if you're creating something in the field, what would it look like? What would it be? What kind of love are you maybe living in? What kind of love maybe that you're seeking right now? So that sense of love is so powerful. Like I just came off of my first grandchild's wedding, and it was just so spectacular. I mean, incredibly spectacular, beautiful, wonderful. Back down there in Texas where I used to work and do, land deals and real estate and stuff. So that was super fun. And then right after that, I came back and one of my good friends died here just a few days ago. And it was sudden and swift. And so there's been a lot of emotions around not only my granddaughter's wedding, and then right after that is a dear, sweet friend. And so we know when that love, that heart space, my heart is so big, right? It feels like my heart is bigger than, my body. It just is like I'm like, maybe I'm inside of the heart, So it's like, it's just so interesting to feel so much love and feel so much of goodness when a person is getting married and another person is leaving their consciousness and receding from the body. So I have to say though that sometimes when some of my friends might have passed or some loved ones might have passed, is that sometimes I kind of get an inkling that there is some level of communication. And so whenever I'm working with folks that are in that process of kind of getting that diagnosis that it's imminent, it's coming, I always kind of feel like I wonder if there could be some I don't know, some guidance or some assist from the heavenly realms, right? So that's kind of fun. So I always kind of look at that and I kind of like, I wonder if something's going to come through for me from a friend or family or my mom, my dad. But it's been interesting, and that sense of love has been. It's like boom, 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 boom. So it took me some days to kind of reconcile my friend's passing, and then I just know that she's in the right place and she's got a perfect body, perfect experience, and her body is different than it is here on the planet. And I'm just, I don't know, just feeling so soft and light and loving, very, very much as loving. Okay, so Now, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to kind of segue into some of this consciousness that I've did. So sometimes when I go on Facebook Lives, Facebook Live is kind of like what am I going to talk about when I do a video? So just like pop out a Facebook Live and I don't even know what's going to happen, right? So most of the conversations and chatter that I've got is more related to being in a state of flow or automatic. It's just kind of an automatic event when I just kind of go without any notes or anything. So maybe you could tell. Anyway, so when we're looking at some patterns in our lives, and so I kind of found with the patterns with my granddaughter's wedding and then my friend's passing, I kind of, it took a little bit of time to process everything, but then it just seems like it's all okay. It's all good. It's all perfect. It's all wonderful. But for some folks, sometimes these things kind of show up that are kind of patterning that we maybe kind of tend to, or kind of we kind of do the same thing over and over again, is we start looking at what's called the subconscious. And so the subconscious mind is kind of this little band of memories infused not necessarily by ourselves but by others, and then we receive the information through the subconscious, and then we take it as our truth. And so it's been interesting playing with that, because a lot of the work what I do with the Akashic records and also with the QHHT, we do quite a bit of subconscious work with the QHHT piece. And also, some of the other work that I do is helping people feel lighter in their body. And it's basically what we call weight loss, but it's really about feeling lighter in the body and creating more space for more goodness in the field. So sometimes they say in some circles is that the subconscious mind might be 95% that's running the show, right? I want to be the driver, right? I want to be driving around. I want to take charge, but sometimes, we find that we continue to perpetuate and continue to be in flow with what is called the subconscious mind, which is not really our truth. But it became it because we just kind of like, they said, do this, do that, do this, do that. We've been infused with a lot of different personalities and different other maybe nuances or other energies that have come in and kind of infused the consciousness that we have now. So they say 95% is possibly where the subconscious is, and about 5% for the superconsciousness. Which means, what does that mean? What does that really mean? It means that, I don't know, it means that I don't want to be at that 95%. I don't really want to do that. And so an example for me today is I've been noticing, so if you're a lucid dreamer or a dreamer that remembers their dreams, that's really interesting. And it's even more fascinating when it's lucid. So I'm all of that, a lucid dreamer. So I've noticed that I've had some dreams that have been kind of interesting, and they're kind of related to family of origin stuff. And I won't go into the detail because it doesn't matter. It's just like a story. It's probably part of the subconscious mind that's coming through. I'm guessing the subconscious mind is like going, she's got to hear it again. It has to be reinforced. I don't know. Anyway, so I was in the dream, and I don't know if I was actually in the dream or if I was an observer of the dream, but it just felt creepy. The whole thing was uncomfortable, and it just brought up stuff that's been old stuff, and I'm like going, I don't know. I mean, so what do I got to do to get rid of this? What do I got to do to make a different choice on how I interpret that dream, or why did that happen? Why did it happen? But really, what it is that I think once we kind of start accessing more insights about that subconscious, is we have an opportunity to be in a more neutral place. I'm just going to say neutrality, right? So even with that dream, I wasn't triggered. There was no triggering. It just was like kind of not nice, right? And then, but it's like, is that really me? Is it the subconscious mind? What's playing here? I just decided to, from the even in awakened state and also in sleep state, I'm just kind of acknowledging that I don't know that. I mean, whatever dreams or whatever experiences happen to me in awakened state or in dream state, I'm like, I'm good. I am good. What I like about it too is that some of these people are my family members, and it's nice just to see them. You know, it's kind of a nice visual to see them again. So, but that subconscious piece is really important, I think, for a lot of people because a lot of people don't even operate from that. They have no awareness of the subconscious mind. And I don't even know that I'm even like being really clear about it. But I have to say that through from the very beginning when little Susie was born to like this mature, I don't know if I'm mature, but I'm kind of mature. I've been infused by a lot of people's thoughts and impressions and things and other kind of energy stuff that might have happened as well. And I just kind of feel like, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. I think most of this stuff is wiped out entirely. So even with these dreams or some of these impressions I get, and I'm not triggered, and I'm just kind of like going, why does that keep going on? It's like a loop. It's a perpetual loop, and it's doing the same story, the same stuff, and I'm like going, what is that really about? But I feel like in my own energy body all of that has been a wipeout. The subconscious has been slowly receding. It's like bye bye, bye bye, bye bye bye, you know? And then also some of the other things that might be receding that are coming out from the body, right? You know, maybe some detoxification of the body and some things that are receding out from the body because sometimes these emotions from the subconscious get us a little triggered. And then all of a sudden we're just like feeling like, oh God, something's trapped in this organ or this body event or something. It's like, but I'm just like going, hey, I just kind of feel like I'm like, okay, people, I I feel like that whole system with the subconscious has been a wipeout. And there's been other states of consciousness that have completely collapsed, which means, this is just the Susieism. This is a Susieism, right? Is that we have opportunities to create at will. Instead of working with that subconscious, somebody said, do that, do that, do that, and then, or, you know, just start changing those patterning. All of that's going to, I believe, assist us as we're moving forward. We know it's been a few years, it's been kind of a stinker, but there's been many civilizations on this planet that have had worse, you know? So it's like kind of crazy. It's so wild, right? But when we start looking at that collapse of some of these structures, that it's old stuff. It's like super freaking old. It's like bringing the dinosaurs in for dinner, you know? Um, but it's really interesting when we just start like going like, I don't think this is for me anymore. Some of these patterns, I'm noticing them, but I don't have any skin in the game. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing, right? And so these collapses of these energies that have been here for a while are gone. So in my world, it's like gone, gone, gone. Even though I get a glimpse of some things, I see some things, I hear some things, I'm good. That's it. So I don't know where I'm going now, but I have to say, for whatever it is that you're working with and your beautiful divinity and your beautiful sovereign self, what would that sovereign self say right now? Would it say, should I keep going down this one path, or can I just say, I'm going to open my own path? I'm going to have a whole new path to go, and it's all about what I'm observing, what I'm learning, and what I'm growing into. It could be that easy. So serious. Anyway, but these are some thoughts that kind of came about, and I keep thinking about that subconscious mind and how it's kind of running the show. And then all of a sudden, I'm like thinking, I want to be the driver. I want to be the driver of my divine vehicle, my body. I want to be that driver that wants to fly, that wants to scream, that wants to go fast, 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 or go into the ocean. I want to be that driver that really wants to say, I'm here now. I'm here now. What next? What next would be best for me? Or what next would be best for you? It's so freaking fun. So I think that's it for now. It's been super fun, and I'm so glad to be on another video, and I'm glad if you're watching it. Have a great day, and namaste.